Hi guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm Dr. Lynda Cramer. Okay, why am I here? It's probably one of the most common questions that everybody is asking at this point. What's my goals? What's my purpose? What's my life path? What's my destiny? Why am I here? So let's get into this today because something just happened yesterday that is just such one of those synchronicities that proves why we're here. So before I go into what the story is, I've got to show you a little backstory. Here in Australia, we have birds that are called plovers. Okay. Now, these little birds, they're generally only about, let me just get up here to my screen. Yep. These birds, these are plovers. Now, they grow only about a foot and a half tall. Their legs take up the majority of their body. As you can see, they're like stalks. And they've got these little cute little babies that I've got here for you. Okay. So what happens is when these birds, they do fly and they do attack really bad, especially when they've got little munchkins. Okay. So they generally only have 1 to 3 babies at a time. They have them in a little nest and they're stupid birds. They put their nests anywhere. They don't build a nest. They just lay their eggs in the middle of a highway. I'm talking on the road. They build them right next to eagles. They build them right next to bus stops, etc. So they're stupid animals. They don't protect themselves. But ultimately, they have a really strong, really sharp beak. And on their feet, don't know if you can see it, but here they have these barbs come out of their knees that are, see if you just look here where my mouse is, they have these barbs that are about nearly an inch long and they are very sharp and poisonous. So these animals, you don't want to get too close to these birds, right? So now that I've just shown you these plovers, I've got to share with you a story that happened just yesterday. Just yesterday. Why am I here? It's one of the questions I keep asking all the time. I'm sitting in my lounge room. Now, as you know, I live in a high-rise apartment building now. There's probably 50 units in this complex. It's huge, right? And I'm hearing this do-do-do-do, and I'm thinking, that's a bird. What the heck? And I was thinking, oh God, it's a plover. Because you don't want to go near plovers, right? Everything in Australia, every bird, every animal can kill you. So you don't want to go near these birds, right? I went out onto my balcony because I'm up on the 3rd floor and I looked down and straight in front of me is a pair of plovers and a baby, just like I just showed. They were really cute, but they were on the main road. Cars were swerving and they've got a baby who can't fly. So what do you think I did? Come on, I'm one of the most caring people on the planet. I grab my keys and I'm running down the fire escape, running out there, and as I'm looking at these birds, I'm thinking, hang on, they attack. What am I going to do? I didn't bring a blanket to throw over them or anything. And I was basically just thinking, divert the traffic and just let them walk anywhere they want to go, right? So they come off the road and I'm like, get it. I'm waving my arms around and I found this stick with some leaves on it because I've got some trees near me. So I'm waving this stick at them to make them move up the road a bit, get them off the road. And one of them came at me really bad and they put their wings out and it's like, they do this thing. And I dropped the stick and I'm running away because like, I'm just a girl, right? Oh my God. So they ran up to safety with this little baby. Oh my God. So I come home and I'm sitting down and I'm like, because I've just been running after these birds. And I sat there and I thought, this is one of the reasons why I'm here. This is one of the reasons that's in my life path. Because out of 50 odd units, who else came out to save the birds? Why were those birds right in front, and I mean right in front of my unit. They weren't next door, they weren't upstairs, they were right there when I looked out. So it was a message for me. Okay? It was a message, it was for me. Because is it that the universe knows I'd help them? Why me? I don't know. But if I hadn't been here yesterday, one or more of those birds could have easily been hit by a car and killed. Easily. So let's go into this. Why are we here? What's our path? What's our goals? Okay. We don't know what our goals are. We don't know what our life paths are. Okay. We're put into these little synchronicities like yesterday. I was at the perfect time. Why was I sitting in the lounge room at that point? I'm pretty busy on the computer these days. Why was I just out there at that exact time, at the exact location, and I was the only one that went out and saved them? So let's get into this. Okay, let's get into this. We don't know what our life paths are because we don't know our destiny, because then we wouldn't work to get there. We have to go through these lessons, life lessons. I hope I passed one yesterday by helping animals in distress. That shows generosity, it shows care, it shows bravery. I was pretty brave going up against those two birds that can attack and kill you. Okay. Oh my God. So courage is a big one there that I showed yesterday for a woman who's nearly 60. But then I was sitting there and I thought, but we don't see those repercussions, those mirrors. We may never see the reason why I had to help those birds yesterday. So here's one possible solution. Imagine that baby, because he was only about this big, little chickie, okay? Little plover chick. How do you know that plover chick doesn't grow up, have its own chicks? Those chicks grow up and have their own chicks. And then that chick grows up and has another chick. And then when it's mature in about 30 odd years' time, how do we know that bird, because it's a protective bird, how do you know it doesn't save a kid running out onto the road? Imagine a baby crawling, gets up on its little munchy feet like a little toddler, runs out onto a road, and one of those plovers is there, seeing it as a threat, and gets the baby back off the road. See what I mean? That baby could grow up to be the president. We don't know. But there is something. If you watch the movie Old Guard with Charlize Theron, she's a medieval immortal. And she's saving all these people throughout her lives, but she never knows why she's saving all these people. But then it's their grandkids, and their grandkids go on to do great things in the world. They change the world. So if she hadn't intervened, then we would never have that president born 5 generations later. She doesn't see the outcome. She doesn't see that purpose, that goal. She doesn't know her life path. And that's exactly the same with you and me. So yesterday I saved these 2 little birds. Well, 3, because there was a chickie in there, little baby plover chick. And boy, they were nasty. And I was coming home and I was actually yelling out, I was only trying to save you, you little bastard. Don't attack me, I was only trying to save you. Man, they scared the heck out of me, I tell you. They absolutely scared the absolute crappers out of me. But at the end of the day, why? Why did I do that? Because they knew I would. So they put me into, or was it my higher self? Was it me? Or was it the angels, God, whoever? But something in the universe, energy frequencies, nano, nano, right? Something knew that those birds needed me. They were right outside my house. Now, I'm not being egotistical here, but out of all the units, now I've got shops and everything all around me. No one came out, and those birds were pretty bloody loud, right? They were loud because I heard them with my doors shut. So why me? Why did I go down? We don't know. And I'm not asking you to answer this, okay? I'm not asking for the answer. We never know our life path. But I'm going to put this down as one of those reasons why I'm here in this exact location right now in my lifetime. That bird that I saved, 3 birds I saved yesterday, not just the baby one, but those 3 birds yesterday, there was a reason why I saved those birds. Was it just because they're birds? They're little buggers, I tell you, because they're not nice. They attack really easy. They're like nasty little buggers. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because they're still a living being, right? Every single living being deserves its own right on this planet. So was that just the reason why? But now I'm going into my ego. Why does my ego need to know? As long as I do everything in my being that helps, serves, and loves other people and beings, I know I'm on the right path here. Because I felt so good after it. I came home, I was, what? It was like I'd been on a 6-day trek through the Himalayas. But sat down, got past the initial shock of it all, thinking those birds were going to be dead when I got down there. But I sat here and I started to smile. And I thought, you guys knew I'd be the one to do that. And it's when we recognize those synchronicities. We don't have to know why we get them. We don't have to know the reason. We don't have to know the life path or that goal. Okay. As I said, it may not happen for 5 generations down the track in another 50, 80 years. But ultimately, there was something yesterday that I started that ripple of energy with. Yeah. I may have saved someone having a major car accident by getting those birds off the road. How many times do we swerve for a bird? A lot. I could have saved a major accident happening yesterday. I don't know because it never happened. So there's a million different reasons why I had to be there yesterday. And me personally, with my ego, I don't need to know the answer why. So stop asking yourself why and ask yourself how. How can I be supportive? How can I be more generous? And how can I be more loving to every living thing around me and non-living? Look at my computer mouse. How kind am I to my computer mouse? So be loving, kind, and supportive to everything around you, because this is where we are creating a positive, loving energy all around the world. So I hope that today's video has helped. Love yous all. Talk to you soon. Bye.